Good morning, and welcome to our newest edition of United We Learn. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Kelker, president of Your United Way. Give, advocate, volunteer is United Way's call to action. Today, it's my pleasure to introduce volunteerism. Volunteers drive our work and make what we do possible. United Way has a very small staff, just 7 people right now. And today, I hope you'll come to appreciate the massive reach that volunteers help us achieve in the community. As we start, we have placed everyone on mute. During our program, please ask questions using the chat option. We will wrap up in 15 minutes, and United Way staff will stay on to address any questions. If you are watching the recorded version and have a question, please send them to feedback@uwcil.org. This morning, I'm joined by Katrina Hayes, our Director of Community Impact, Mitch Baker, Community Impact Manager, and Sarah Tapscott, Director of Statewide Partnerships at Forefront, who will guide us through the ways volunteers can make a difference through United Way. To get us started this morning, I'll turn things over to Katrina.
Thanks, John. You heard John talk about our call to action: give, advocate, volunteer. In past United We Learns, we've talked about how a gift to United Way is the best investment you can make in your community. But meaningful community solutions require more than money or programs or policies. The kind of real and lasting community change that benefits everyone is only possible when people from all walks of life are willing to roll up their sleeves and go where they are most needed. But direct service volunteers, like those who serve meals or mentor children, are not the only ones who are needed to support the nonprofit sector. This is where United Way comes in. We are a convener, a catalyst for action, whether it's through direct service, like those previously mentioned, helping to raise money, serving on boards of directors, lending your skills pro bono, or even the folks browsing Get Connected. We connect people who want to make a difference to the methods to make that difference. Over 2,700 people volunteered with us last year, and we're not stopping anytime soon. When you're looking to volunteer, whether through United Way or the broader community, the first place you should look is Get Connected, sponsored by Memorial Health System. To tell you a little bit more about this resource is Mitch Baker, our Community Impact Manager.
Thanks, Katrina. And thanks for setting us up to talk about a one-stop shop for volunteerism, Get Connected. So Get Connected is an online volunteerism platform where organizations from around the community, not just United Way or just our funded partners, but the entire nonprofit community, can get together to share their needs and get connected to the volunteers that can help. Using the platform is as simple as going to springfieldunitedway.org and clicking volunteer. There you'll find listings from serving meals at the breadline to donating at the blood center, from mentoring a child with Big Brothers Big Sisters to sorting medical supplies for Hospital Sisters Mission Outreach, all the way up to positions on the board of directors at local agencies, which Sarah is going to be talking more about in a little bit. But you can go ahead and click the link in the chat. Then after this call, you can browse the opportunities and reach out to start volunteering now. Get Connected isn't just for volunteering though. Organizations can post job opportunities, board positions, events, and fundraisers. You can follow your favorite agencies and get notified when they post their needs, as well as see any particular causes you're interested in, like healthcare or education. You'll also see a calendar of events for the community, and nowadays there aren't too many in-person events, but I know we're all looking forward to when we can bowl for kids' sakes again and attend trivia nights and gather to support our community. When the world is back up and running, check Get Connected for the latest on how to reconnect and find those events. Get Connected is also how we host our Days of Action, a biannual event where typically we would gather hundreds of volunteers at dozens of projects around town. It's great, everyone has fun, they get sweaty, they hug each other, but obviously we're not doing that right now. We instead had our first ever week of action this summer, where volunteers stepped up to the plate for remote volunteer opportunities and knocked it out of the park. We had over 400 letters to local seniors written, almost 1,200 pounds of food collected, and thousands of diapers, with so many diapers. It's wild. You've never seen that many diapers in one place. I hadn't. We're asking our community to keep up that support and deliver again with our virtual Day of Action. next week, from the 23rd to the 26th, we've got virtual volunteer opportunities from organizations across town, and we've organized some special opportunities for each of our issue areas. These are a great chance to dip your toe into volunteering and give it a go. It is super easy. So first up, for our professional volunteers, we have a great hands-on project on the 23rd for our Financial Stability Day of Action. We've partnered with Express Employment Professionals to have our volunteers conduct mock interviews and review resumes with local folks who need the help. This is a great way to get on Zoom and get a one-on-one chance to make a difference in the life of someone who will be joining you in the workforce. The next day, we have a great project for anyone with a sewing machine. So the Third Presbyterian Church is partnering with us to provide supplies to make masks. Now, we all know that masks aren't going away tomorrow, and our local agencies are greatly in need of these masks, which take about 15 minutes to sew and save our charities precious resources. Now, for the next day, we know you're busy. This one just takes a few minutes at the computer. Right now, it's crunch time for many District 186 families struggling through COVID, and learning online is a huge adjustment for just about everyone. So hop on to Get Connected to type a quick note of support to a District 186 family. We'll print it off and include your note in the package with the district's free and reduced lunches. And lastly, if you're looking for something really straightforward to do, we're having a food and supply drive for local micropantries here at the United Way office over on Wabash and Chatham next Saturday, the 26th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So swing on by, say hi, do your part, or you can follow the lead of several companies in town. You can set up a box at the office for the week, gather donations, then drop them by on Saturday. But no matter how you plan on helping, go to springfieldunitedway.org, click volunteer, and check out all the opportunities we have for this year's Fall Day of Action. For our Day of Action veterans, though, this could be the year to step things up a notch and take on a more long-term role at United Way, and Katrina can talk more about our options there.
Thanks, Mitch. Like many nonprofits, volunteers are critical to our success at United Way. Since, as John mentioned, we have a staff of 7, there is no shortage of ways to help on both the resource development and impact sides of United Way. Specifically, you could be an employee campaign coordinator who steps up to help run your workplace campaign. This one is great for creative types who love to inspire their coworkers and share the message about how everyone at your workplace can live united. Or if you're more of a big picture salesperson who loves to network, join our team of loaned executives who each have a list of workplaces they collaborate with to bounce ideas off of and help manage their employee giving campaigns. If you're a thinker, a researcher, a details person with a passion for our community's well-being, one of our vision councils could be the spot for you. These are our volunteers that are subject matter experts or have lived experience in one of our 4 areas: basic needs, education, financial stability, or health. They review applications and make funding decisions, as well as oversee our work in each of our issue areas throughout the year. For more info on any of these opportunities, check out United Way of Central Illinois' page on Get Connected, or just talk to us directly. We're happy to make any connection we can. Last, but certainly not least, being that we are hyper-localized, we need a local board of directors who use their expertise to guide our work and make us the best organization we can be. However, while boards of directors seem to be one of the most long-standing and traditional type of volunteer opportunities that exist, well, in my opinion, it does, it doesn't mean that there isn't room for improvement. To improve our board and other boards across our community, last year we joined in on the development of a new community-wide initiative called Building Board Diversity. And to tell you, we have Forefront's Sarah Tapscott.
Thank you, Katrina. And while it's not my main reason for being here today, I can speak to what it's like to be a United Way volunteer since I'm currently on the Basic Needs Vision Council. Although it can be a lot of work, it's definitely rewarding to know that my work has led to better investments in our community and knowing that those investments change lives each and every day. I have had the pleasure in serving at the Basic Needs Vision Councils for several years, and I do not take that responsibility lightly. The work that our councils do is critical to ensuring that the most vulnerable in our community have their needs met. Additionally, our council is made up of diverse members of our community with levels of expertise to help make informed decisions, ensuring a fair and informed process. But outside the vision councils, when many established professionals think about volunteering, it's at that board level. And to build strong boards, we need D, E, and I, diversity, equity, and inclusion. That is what it means to live united. And these are values that United Way is helping us to bring to the nonprofit community through this new initiative, Building Board Diversity. The vision shared by Forefront, the Community Foundation for the Land of Lincoln, Corporate Ken, and United Way of Central Illinois is to create a culture of diversity in the nonprofit community, where boards assess their makeup and policies to reach their full potential of impacting the areas they serve, and employers are actively committed to the nonprofit board engagement. The goal of the Building Board Diversity Initiative is to gain a commitment from nonprofits and the business community to be intentional with diversity in order to build a better representation of the community, resulting in long-term progress and community success. By embracing our similarities and valuing our differences, we hope to create boards that include people from a variety of different backgrounds and experiences, including culture, race, gender, education, religion, income, etc. The Building Board Diversity is a three-part initiative, and the first is our focus on the nonprofit community. We're asking the nonprofits to commit to be intentional in their diversity efforts through education, evaluation, and a willingness to restructure the boardroom as needed. The second is a commitment from local employers to be intentional and transparent with community volunteer time and encouragement of board participation, allowing some of their best talent to step away from the workplace to be engaged with community efforts. And finally, the community, creating one space for the community to find and seek out nonprofit board opportunities that are connected to their passion, helping to close the gap on the small list of potential board members that currently exists today. The Building Board Diversity is committed to providing training and resources to support new board members, board diversity preparedness, and community connection. This is a 100% volunteer effort, and the Building Board Diversity Group has created a task force, executed diversity training, and created board survey tools. Forefront will be launching a dedicated page on our website in a few weeks where these kinds of tools and resources will live along with the pledge form that nonprofits and employers can complete. Additionally, we will have a link to the Get Connected site for nonprofits to list vacant board positions as well as those who are looking to serve on boards. Thank you, United Way, for allowing me to share more about our Building Board Diversity Initiative.
Thank you, Sarah. It's been great to have you, and I want to say a special thank you for being one of our Vision Council members. Thanks to Katrina and Mitch, and of course, a big thank you to each of you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed learning what goes into our United Way's volunteerism efforts. Be thinking about how you can raise your hand, whether it's as a campaign coordinator, a Vision Council member, joining a virtual Days of Action, or helping one of your neighbors. And keep an eye out next week for our next United We Learn, where we'll take a closer look at our educational programs and how they're adapting to this new world of learning. This concludes today's program, and we will keep the session open for a few minutes to address any questions that have been posted to chat. Any questions we don't get to in the next few minutes, we will be addressed and they'll be saved on our website. With that, I thank you. I hope you have a great Friday and a wonderful weekend.